And we are live. Woohoo! Ready to go. Alright, so let me first go ahead, set the stream up really quickly. Hit that. And hit share. Let me share this to the Discord, where all the cool people are. Post an emoji next to it. Which one? Should I post a good one, or should I post Among Us? Among Us it is. Alright. So yeah, let's begin. As you can see, I modeled a new object. It's this thing. It's going to be a cloud dispenser that you can go ahead and go up to. And when you get up next to it, you can actually grab clouds out of it. Oh, another thing that I did is I fixed the treads a little bit. Oh, I haven't touched this in a day or so, so it's a little bit weird. Looks like it's working though. Yeah, the treads still flip back if you do this. So if you go straight left to back, it does flip, but it's not that noticeable. And it looks normal everywhere else. So I'm pretty happy with it. Another thing I did, as you can see in the bottom left, I made a sensor or a bar for how much cloud you have left. And you can suck the clouds back up to get cloud back. And yeah, they also have a spawning and despawning animation. And yeah. Also, you might notice the bottle, it turns transparent and whatnot. I'm not sure if I did that before, but if I did, if I didn't, now it does it. So yeah, bunch of new stuff. The big thing now is to make levels for it. However, I'm not doing that right now. First things first, I need to make this cloud storage container work. Man, this is hypersensitive. I don't know why it is, but it is, which is kind of annoying. Alright, let me reset my transform for this thing. Oh yeah, that's another thing I need to do. Let me delete this actually first. Bruh. Cloud storage delete. Also, is anyone actually here? Yo, Shellos to Shellos! Welcome to the stream! Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. The first message is Luigi Springboard. Beautiful. I wouldn't ask for it to be any other way. Alright. So yeah, let's begin by making this have the cloud inside of it. Now, the standard cloud is like this. We can go ahead and drag one in. However, we're going to need to change a couple of settings. For one, we're going to change should spawn to off. We don't want this cloud to spawn. It's, you know, inside of here. It's just going to be floating around. That's one thing I should add in the script. I should add cloud behavior, private bool. Right here, where is it? Where do it be? Right here. We're gonna add serialized field, private bool should die. Normally this will be true because most of the clouds die after some period of time, but I don't want this one to. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't need to. Because there's a much better plan, and that is laziness. In all honesty, though, it actually is to just do this. Go to the cloud, and just remove the component. Doesn't need it. It also doesn't need a sphere collider. Wait, what? Oh, that resets it completely. Okay. And yeah, that's not actually removing it from the normal sphere collider. just removing it from this instance that we have here. We can remove the box collider as well. Rigid body. I mean, I don't really need it, so remove. I might as well just unpack this. Since this is going to be sort of its own thing. Now, I do want to go ahead and move it a little bit, because right now it's, you know, down here. We can increase its Y value. That is its Y rotation. That is not what I want. We're going to move it up a little bit. We are going to rotate it, though, to something like this. 90. And let's actually move some of these around. Oh, I should move these back a little bit. Where do they be? There they are. Move that one back and move this one back. And now I'm going to go over here, Cloud Anim. If I were to put this in right now, what would probably happen is... let me move this over here. What I assume will happen is it'll work. Oh, wow. It is... okay, yeah, it is clipping a little bit. Just a tad, you know. So I think I'm going to do a couple of things to reduce that. For one, I'm going to move those in particular. Well, actually, first let me try it again. Just see if there's any consistency. Yeah, it looks like the front face is the worst offender right now. Give it another test, just to be sure. Oh yeah, that is very bad. How is that sphere just going in and out? That is... okay then. Yo, welcome to the stream, Harry Mario. Good idea you can make it. Thank you for joining us. Also, welcome to the stream, Egg. Honestly, the stream just started, so you didn't miss much. Also, welcome to the stream, Derby Sheep. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. Alright, let's go ahead, go back to the cloud storage container. And we're going to go ahead and, first of all, we're going to move this. Oh, yeah, that is very much close. Let's not have it right there. And then we're going to take all of these. We're going to just reduce the height max. We're going to reduce that to about 0.15, I would say. Then change the minimum height to about 0.05. This should reduce how much the cloud moves around. Which, yeah, it'll be less exciting, but on the other hand, it won't clip out of the box, most likely. And that's what I'm really going for. That's the most important part. Alright, so yeah, that looks pretty good. And that brings us to the next part. Alright, next thing to do is we're going to go here. We're going to add a box collider. Oh, wait. I just realized. Okay, I can work with this. First of all, is this in the right location? It's really hard to tell. No, it is not. That is nowhere near in the right location. We're going to increase the size a bunch. It's easier if I go like this. And then we're going to go like that. Alright. Oh, wait. We'll average out all the values after we go ahead and actually... wait. Yeah, that's right. After we go ahead and extend this. Alright, we're gonna do that. Obviously, these aren't exact numbers, I don't think. But that'll work. So the default layer of this is going to be default. However, I'm going to make a separate hitbox for the nozzle. And if people get close to the nozzle, that'll give them cloud. Should have checked out the game of Gar. Unfortunately, I was pretty busy yesterday, so I couldn't join in. Sorry about that. But welcome to the stream, Misakai. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, game development. All right, we're going to set this to 0. We're going to set this to 0.5. We're going to set this to 0. We're going to set this to 2. This to 3.3. We're going to set this to 2. See how this looks. I'll probably have to change some stuff. Yeah, this Y value is pretty bad. So let's fix that. All right, so that gives us about 3.4 for this and about 0.69 for this. I mean, I could make it 0.7. However, 0.69 is funnier, so we're going with that. I mean, I had to. I'm sorry. I had no choice. All right, now we're going to create a layer, transparent. We're actually going to give it a new layer. We're going to make a layer called nozzle, or refill nozzle. Or actually, no, this should be a tag, not a layer. Layers are more for just, like, is it ground? Is it water? Basic stuff like that. Like, if I was going to have ice and ground in a level, that's where layers should come in. Or is something in the front layer, whatever, that sort of stuff. Tags are better for, like, random things, I think. Then again, I honestly don't know. So, but I'm going to use this for this. So we're going to make a tag called refill. Yeah, we'll just call it refill. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to cloud storage main. And now we're going to give it a box collider. Or actually, first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the tag to it. Then we're going to add a box collider to it. Oh, that's actually the right dimensions. I guess the other thing is an empty, so that makes sense. But yeah, this is just going to be the nozzle. Technically, I could make the hitbox a little more accurate. However, that would take time, and I really don't think anyone will notice. Plus, this will help with people who are close enough. What's the idea for the game? I'm going to basically have cloud platforms that you can generate and jump across. And right now, I'm basically making a dispenser for them. You got a new keyboard? Oh, the mouse is having a seizure. I would say maybe it needs new batteries, but you said you just got it, so good luck. So yeah, this thing does have collision, but I really doubt it'll come into play. Obviously, this thing will be on the ground. Oh no, can you BLJ on this thing or something? That was like a Pedro spot even. But yeah, like you can generate a cloud rare. So yeah. Let's go ahead and put this thing on the ground. Let's set its X position to 0, its Z position to 3, I guess. And let's make its Y position 2.5 or 2. Or just 2. Let's see. How does that look? 2D, 2D, zoom in. All right, now it should work. Damn. Why does orthographic mode always do this? I feel like so annoying. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good. If it's a little bit in the ground, no one will notice. I just realized I already have a metal texture. I made like a separate. Oh wait. Oh wait, no, I do have to have that because that's a texture. I thought I was being dumb, but then I realized why I was being dumb. All right, so yeah, now let's actually program something for this. All right, YouTube is freaking out. Cool. You think the clouds should be bigger or the players should be smaller? I mean, they could be. The only thing is, they're, I would say they're pretty big already. Like, any bigger and it'd be like, how does that equate to one cloud? You know? Like, you can already produce 10 of these things. Or more. You know, being able to generate platforms is one thing. I think if my speed's a little too high, though. That's one thing I do think. Right, we're going to set speed to 0.2. If I'm like right here, I'm inside of the object. That's weird. Oh, I guess I'm using a capsule collider, so that makes sense. What the heck? I can climb on this? For the record, I'm using Unity stuff, so this is Unity's fault. But what the heck? Okay, so jumpless of this game when? Imagine no. Is it the nozzle? It just doesn't make sense. I'm not hitting. Oh, that's so weird. Screw it. This is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild now. You can just climb on anything you want. Alright, so let's actually make a script for this. Do I want an animation of this? Not really. Like, I kinda do, but on the other hand, I really don't want to have to deal with animating this. Like, I kinda want to have the nozzle, like, move when you're getting clouds out of it. On the other hand, that would take time and energy, and I don't have either of those. Actually, I have energy, but not time. Let me just make... I'm gonna look at the visual again. Alright, so let's actually program this. So what I can do is, I made a method called suck or something. Or try suck or something. I don't know. Oh, I'm in cloud behavior, that's why. That's wrong. I couldn't find it. Where is it? Yeah. Try suck. If try suck, then raycast all. All right, so what we can do is if LP or if hit LP is dot collider dot tag or dot game object dot tag dot equals what am I going to be looking for? What's the tag? I call it like re something. Refill. So if my tag equals refill, then what I'm going to do is, oh, I forgot, ending parenthesis. If my tag equals refill, then what I'm going to do is, I want to keep the box collider. Yeah, I can update cloud amount. I changed it from being just a method to, or like cloud amount plus plus to an actual method, mostly because it also updates like the bottle graphic and whatnot, and the meter in the bottom left. So that's why it's an actual method now. All right. And yeah. Oh, I should break after this. Otherwise, I think raycast all actually like shoots out multiple raycasts, and if it does, then it'll hit it multiple times, get multiple clouds. And I want this to be a not super fast process, but it needs to be faster. Oh wait, I can just do this here. If cloud amount is greater than cloud cap, because now technically you could just get infinite clouds, and that wouldn't be good. If it's greater than cloud cap, then cloud amount equals cloud cap. There we go. Actually, because I want to do something cool, I'm going to use a ternary operation instead. So I'm actually going to say cloud amount equals cloud amount greater than cloud cap, and question mark. If this is true, then cloud amount should just equal cloud amount. And if else, I should put a space here just to be correct. If not, then it equals cloud cap. There we go. Ternary thing, and it's much shorter. It also looks cooler, and it makes me sound smart. Camera should be a little bit less sensitivity. It's basically a I think, yeah, it already is a setting. Camera stick sensitivity. I think that's only for the stick, though. I don't know, though. I can check in a second. I want to make sure this works first. So if I go ahead and do this, why do I have hundreds of clouds now? What happened? All right, what did I break? Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah. I put these in the wrong order. So what it was doing is, if my cloud amount was ever greater than cloud cap, which shouldn't happen anyway, well, if that was true, which it wasn't, it would set my amount to cloud amount, which is what I already had. But if I ever had less, then it would set it to false, which was cloud cap. So it was always saying it to the max amount. So yeah, put that in the wrong way. That is not good. All right, let's actually run it correctly now. Hopefully this works. So yeah, I'm out of clouds. I can still suck them back up, and yeah. But now I can also go over here. It is not working. Now the question is why? I can remove this. That debug statement. Alright, so why the heck isn't it working? If this isn't a null, then transform, do this. If the game object equals cloud, else if. Alright, so it shouldn't be hitting nothing. So this should be true. Then, if it's less. Okay, so it should be running this. It should not be hitting a cloud, and it definitely isn't because it's not updating the cloud amount. Else if hit.collider.gameObject.tag.equals refill. Wait, did I spell refill wrong or something stupid like that? That's a very likely option, which is sad, but it's also very likely. I spelled it refill. Okay then, I don't know what's wrong. It should be hitting that box collider, even if it is also hitting the actual machine that has a default. So let me just say debug.log hit lp.collider.gameObject.tag. Oh. Yeah, I need to put this not right in between the if and else. Untagged. So it's hitting something untagged, eh? So it is hitting this. Alright. Let me do this. Let me put this before the break statements. Now whenever this hits something, it should go ahead and label it. Did I save? Yeah, I did. So yeah, now it should say cloud. Okay, it does. If I go over here, it says untagged. It does. If I go over here, now it gives me untagged. Why? So why is this broken? That is the question. I mean, I have this right here. One option is it could be just taking the box collider from this and automatically giving it the box collider of this, of the whole object. And we can actually test this pretty quickly. If we go ahead and do this, we're going to go over here, we're going to take this, we're going to take this, and we're going to take this object, we're going to move its center +2. So now its position is, we need to increase this some more, plus, how about 5? All right, so yeah, now it's right in the middle of nowhere. And the important thing is, now since it's out in the middle of nowhere, we can confirm that we're actually getting untagged from this. Am I missing it? Should be like right here. I'm pressing down and I'm not seeing it. Like, I know it's not the largest hitbox in the world, but it's, you know... Oh, wait. I think I know what the problem is. And it's a stupid problem. Alright, personal theory on what's going on is this is too high up. And because it's too high up, I think the raycast is actually like coming from inside of me. Uh-huh. What do you know? And when you jump, it fills back up. So yeah, pretty simple problem. When it's shooting out a raycast from the player, instead of coming from the hose, where you would expect it to, it's coming from like the center of the player, which is obviously wrong. Or it's not necessarily wrong, it's just incorrect. Also, another thing about camera sensitivity, there are multiple ways to control the camera. I can use mouse like this, in which case the camera sensitivity actually feels pretty low. And I also have the mouse control. So there are multiple ways to control camera sensitivity. Alrighty then. So we can go over here to transform that position, and we're going to add a vector free dot up. And we are going to say times, how tall is my guy? About 1. But if it's coming from the transform, where is this guy's transform? in like his center. So how about up by about 1? Let's just see how that works. So we can just say plus vector free dot up. Most likely it'll be off still, but you know, it'll still give us more information. All right, so that isn't working. It's only giving me 1 when I'm landing, which means it's too high, because it's getting 1 when I clip into the ground a little bit when landing. So we're actually going to multiply this by 0.75. F for floating point. So yeah, that works pretty well, I think. Yo, welcome back here, Mario. Alright, so now that this thing works, I guess another thing that I should make is a fan. Because that's another thing that I feel like would be a very simple gimmick to add. That would be very useful in a lot of levels. So let's add one of those. Problem, we need to make a fan. Thankfully, a fan, I feel like it'll be really easy to make one. Like a windmill or something. Not a windmill, but like a very large fan. I don't know. I mean, that's essentially what a windmill is, but in like reverse. Instead of generating wind, a windmill, you know, takes wind. All right, let's make it though. Let me open up Blender, Cloudbot. Then we're gonna go over to Streamlabs. Let's unlock Blender from its prison. Cool. Here it is. It is here. So we're gonna go ahead and I feel like the base windmill size should actually be pretty small. And then I'm going to scale it up depending on how large I want it. So we're actually going to make it about the size of a cloud block. Let's make a new collection for the storage. Storage. We're going to put that in there. Put this all in objects. Put this all in objects. There we go. All right, now we're gonna add a. First of all, I want to see how large Cloudbot is. That's how large he is. He's so small. I think we should start off with a cylinder. We're gonna scale it down a bunch. All right, we're gonna take this. We're gonna move it down just like that. All right, and now let's go ahead. Oh no, that's not what I want. All right, now we're gonna take the top of this just like that. We're actually gonna make it a little bit shorter. I think I'm gonna make the base like a squiggly, I guess. Not necessarily a squiggly, but like an ornate base. Then we're gonna go up here like this. I think the next thing to do is have it like bend up into the fan blade. So we're actually gonna do that like this. We're gonna go right to this vertice in the middle. I'm not sure if that's actually the one in the middle. It is not the one in the middle, which means it's the wrong one. It's useless. It's incorrect. We're going to hit Shift S, cursor to selected. And now what we're going to do is we're going to reselect this, and then we're going to use the spin tool, which will basically let us do this. That should be 90. It is. All right, now we're going to extrude this by one more. Extrude out just a little bit. We're going to scale this up by a bit. Just like that. We're going to go back. Actually, we're going to go back again. We're going to shrink this down just a tiny bit. All right, cool. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to okay, this should work. If we go here, we hit object. There is no object. That is scary. Where is the... we should actually be able to do this. Cursor to selected, and then we can go out of edit mode. Object, set origin, origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Now we can set this to 0. There we go. And I want this to be the center, just so that way I can do this. Let me first rename this to something like, oh, I don't know, fan. Cool. And now we're going to go, first of all, we're going to hit Shift S, cursor to world origin. I don't like it being anywhere else. Then we're going to take this, this has 32 segments, which means if I want this to be a 4-fan blade, that'll be perfect. That means I can have 4 blades with each one being 4 segments, because that'll be 8 segments total with the gaps in between. And that means we'll have 4 blades, because 4 times 8 is 32. Alright, so we're going to take this. Ooh, I just realized. Actually, we're going to start off like this. We're going to take this. We're going to separate, selection. So yeah, this is the fan blade. And the reason we separated this is so now this can rotate independently. However, something we need to do now. Yo, welcome back, Shilos. What are my ideas for the level? I have a few. One level I definitely want to do is I want to have like falling, bouncing spike balls. And what you have to do is basically shoot out a cloud to stop it from hitting a slope. Because if it hits a slope, it'll bounce into you. And I feel like that'd be cool. I'm not sure really how it'll work though. I definitely want the intro level to be something like you have a intro pit that you have to get around. And once you do that, you can go ahead and just to learn the cloud mechanic. After that, you have a hole that actually lets you die. And if you do that, so that would basically be level 1. Level 2, I have no idea. Probably an introduction to fans. I think at the end of this, I want to have 5 levels for the game jam, but who knows? Could change. All right, so for this, now that we've done this, what we can do is we can actually use a mirror modifier to make my life a heck of a lot easier. And we're going to mirror this on the... Does it have radial? It does not have radial. That is sad. First of all, I just want to make sure I can do this. So we're going to go ahead and select 1/4 of it. Then we're going to Control I, get everything else, delete it all. And yeah, that does work. Now we just need to figure out what axis we can turn off. And it was the x-axis. If we chose wrong, it would look like that or this. So yeah, now we only have to do 1/8 of a work. However, I can make it even a little bit easier if we go ahead and rotate this 45 degrees. Rotate 45, because now it'll be facing straight up. Oh wait, now it's facing this way. Alright, whatever, same thing. Now I can just make one fan blade and the rest will follow suit. Just like that. Let me actually use I to make a face inside of this. We're also going to rotate this a little bit. Scale on the Z a little bit. We're going to rotate a little bit more. Extrude again. Scale this one a lot more on the Z. Rotate it some more. E, scale on the Z a little bit more, but start slowing down. Here we're still having a positive velocity, but a negative acceleration. We're going to actually start tilting back a little bit on the fan blade. Scale Z. Let me actually move this a little bit out on the Y. We're going to rotate like this a little bit. Scale on the Z. We're actually going to move this in a little bit. Overall, it doesn't look bad, but it can definitely be better. We're going to redo that, actually. First of all, I'm going to do this, and I'm only going to do this on the x-axis. Wait, I can't actually just do it on the x-axis? Bruh, no way. Huh. Weird. Thankfully, there is a cheat code for doing it correctly. And that is doing it like this. We're going to take the entire loop like this. And then we're going to... actually, no, that's dumb. Shoot, I actually have to do it this way, which is a little annoying. Technically, I don't need to select all of these, but it's more correct if I do it this way. We're going to subdivide once, twice, and that'll give me a nice median. Alright, so now we're going to select the middle 4, where we have 3, 4. And we're just going to focus on the size for this. That is not the correct thing. We're going to move this in a little bit. We're actually going to shrink it first, and then we're going to slow down the shrink, and we're going to have it get bigger. These are going to be some large fan blades, I think. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. That looks a lot better. Now we're going to give it a little bit of a twist. Ooh. Okay, there's a very simple way I could give it a twist. I'm not sure how well it'll work, but if it does work, it would be really cool. On the other hand, I could just do it this way. I could have added a bone. That's what I was sort of thinking. But at the same time, I don't really want to deal with that. Armatures are annoying if you're just using them for like one thing. Don't get me wrong, they're a good thing to have, but like not really worth it for this project in particular. I think I went a little bit crazy with this, so I might have to tilt some of these back. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just a little bit too crazy. Oh no, it didn't select everything. Looks pretty good. Let me adjust this one. That one looks a little bit off, but besides that, it looks pretty decent. Let me continue to accelerate with these. All right, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do this. And just like that, I think those look like some pretty good blades. They're a little bit large, though, I will say. Especially considering how large the base is. Oh yeah, that could be a problem. Let's fix that. Let's make the base a little bit larger. The good news is it's not that hard to fix. Also, I figured out why I was having trouble selecting things. When you double click on something, it determines which way it should select, depending on what face you're closest to, I think. So like if I'm right here and I double click right next to this tile, it'll select this ring, which isn't what I want. But if I select right here, now it gives me what I want. It was really annoying when I didn't know that, so glad I finally figured that out. Actually, I want to deselect this. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. Oh, we need to finish up taking these. Yeah. Honestly, what I should have done, which I'm actually going to do right now, is I'm going to take the rest of these and move them down by using wireframe mode. So we're going to just make it a little bit taller, and there we go. Nice little propeller. Looks pretty good. Yo, welcome to the stream, Game Meister. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. In terms of material, I don't think I'm really going to make a texture, so this should work. Oh, I do need to add the modifier for this. Control A, and just like that. These should have a position of 0. This has a rotation of 45. We're actually going to hit Control A to apply that, just so that way there's no problems when importing. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and export this. New collection, fan. We should also give us more descriptive names. We're going to call that fan, and then we're going to call this fan blade. We're actually going to call this fan body. Just like that. I'm going to call it fan main. I called the storage unit main. File save. Select this. File export as FBX. We're going to call it fan. We need to use selected objects. Mesh. Scale. Apply scalings. FBX custom. No. FBX unit scale. The forward is X forward. And the up is Z. Apply units. Yep. Use space. Yada, yada, yada. That should be good. Now let me go ahead and turn off Blender so you guys can see Unity. How am I? I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself? Eh, it's pretty small. Granted, it doesn't have to be large, and I'm going to scale them up when I want to. So that should be okay, actually. I do want to go to prefabs and make this a prefab, though. Original prefab. There we go. We can delete that. And now we need to make some materials for this. We already have a metal material, so we could use that. I feel like it'd be better, though, to use a new material. Create material. I'm going to call this white plastic. Because that's going to be what I'm sort of going for. Alright, that's applied correctly. It's going to be sort of a white gray. It's going to be a light gray, I guess is the best way to put it. And then I'm going to give it a very low that, but it will be very smooth. Honestly, yeah. Then we're gonna duplicate this. We're gonna call this white plastic decay. It's not really gonna be decayed all that much. It's just gonna be less smooth. So now we're gonna go over here. We're just gonna make it a little bit darker and a little less smooth. Cool. Now we need to make it actually work. Isn't that always the fun part? First of all, let me save this. All right, close that, just so that way it's not taking up my computer's resources. All right, now let's put one of these guys up here. That should be good. First things first, we need to make a spin class, or a spin thing. Should be a very simple script. We just make it create C# script. We're gonna call it spin or fan spin. Then we're gonna go into the actual prefab. Drag this on, not to the actual fan, but we're gonna want to put this on the blade. Oh no. Wait, what? What do you mean you can't find it? Can't add script component fan spin because the script class cannot be found. Oh, I have a space here. That is illegal. It has to be one word. I could technically use an underscore, but yeah, it should be just that. And yeah, there we go. Now for the method itself, this should be pretty simple. We go ahead, have a we're gonna have a private, or actually a serialized field, private, float. Yeah, it should be a float. We're gonna call this spin speed. There we go. And then we're just gonna have a very simple thing in fix update. Private void fixed update. Then we're going to say transform dot rotate around or rotate. Then we're going to use vector free dot this should be forward, but I'm assuming because the Y and Z axes are different in Unity and Blender, it'll give me the wrong answer, but just a test. And then we're going to say, I should be able to say comma, and then, yeah, the float angle. So this will be spin speed times time dot delta time. Just like that. That should be our spin class. I hit button. Save. Alright, there we go. Now, if we go here, we can just go to the fan blade. Also, is this actually editing the real thing? Or is that just editing that instance? I assume it was editing the real thing. Yeah, it was. Okay. So let's set this to 10. Just to see how fast that is. It is so fast I can't even see it. That's a lie. It's not moving at all. Alright. Is this version? Oh, this version doesn't have... No, it does have it. Why the heck isn't it working then? 'Tis the question. Oh, why it broke. This is a very simple method, so I have no idea what's wrong with it, which kind of has me scared. Fan blade. Let's turn fan spin to, oh, I don't know, 1,000. That'll give us a lot more information, because if it doesn't spin, Oh, it is spinning now. Very slowly. Either that or it's so incomprehensibly fast. Oh, wait, no, it's in degrees probably. Let's see. It should tell us here. Rotate, yeah, in degrees. So every second it's going about 1,000 degrees. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Wait, did I set it to 1,000? Yeah, I did. This should be giving me like a spin speed. If that's 1,000, weird. I'm gonna switch that to up, see what that does. But yeah, that should be like 3 rotations a second. It's funny, but like I don't think this is correct. I'm sorry. You gotta admit it's kind of funny. Reminds me of the image of a toilet paper roll. It's just like how you should do it, and then it's just like a guy takes the toilet paper roll and shoves the thing that you're supposed to put it on, just shoves it through the cylinder horizontally. Like, here, let me sort of like this. Why is that cylinder so tall? Never mind. But there's images out there of toilet paper being just like you take the roll and just shove the thing through solid toilet paper. I don't know. This is what 2 hours of sleep does. I actually got a lot of sleep last night, just not at night. Slept from like 5 in the morning to something like 11. So let's see how fast it's spinning. I already have a decent idea. I think that might be a little too fast for it right now. I want to make sure it's going the right direction. That's one thing. It should be going counterclockwise. Wait, should it? No, it should be going clockwise. If it was going counterclockwise, it would be receiving air, I think. It doesn't really matter. No one's going to know. So we're going to set this to 10. That's still going pretty dang fast. Alright, set it to 1. So right now it's going counterclockwise. Actually, counterclockwise I think is correct. Wait, is it? The things are bent like this, so if it was going counterclockwise, it would be pushing the air that it runs into this way. So that'd be correct. So yeah, let's set this to about 35. Wait. There we go. Funny number. Now it's just going really slow. It was going faster when it was 10, which is weird. That doesn't sound right. Let's set it to 100. Let's just be plenty fast. Now it's just really slow. It's gotta be like it's moving so fast that the fixed update isn't having time to track it. But that doesn't make sense because, you know, it's 60 or it's like 30 frames per second. And you're telling me that it goes a full rotation in 30. That means I would have to have it be like 30 times 360 for the speed, which I obviously don't. Yeah, like I increased the spin speed. Let's set it to 1,000 just to see. 'Cause that seemed to work when it was 1,000 before. And now it's not. Why? I don't know. Is it not updating? No, it's updating. Oh, now it's working. Why wasn't it working before? I don't know. If I delete this one, now does it work? Maybe I just had to update it or something by clicking on it. Doesn't really make sense, but okay then. Alright, let's add a couple of hitboxes to it. The hitboxes aren't going to be anything major, but I should obviously have hitboxes. I think I'm going to have two hitboxes. One being this one right here on like the arm of a windmill, fan, whatever. And then I'm going to have another one that's just a little bit to the right. For the actual fan hitbox. You know what, that's fine. So yeah, now I can actually just like run into it when not. Doesn't actually push me. That's fine. I guess the next thing I should do is actually like make a wind effect. That's definitely something I need. Let's go ahead and make a new folder. And we're going to make it for particle effects. I know. Devil face, I'm scared. I don't know what you know about. It is not spelled like that. It's Ellie, not Al. I feel like an idiot. I mean, I am one, but like that's besides the point. I don't want to feel like an idiot. All right, so let's create a new um, material. It would appear that it's actually an object. So let's create the object. We're going to call this particle wind particle system. Make this a prefab. Set this to 0, 0, 0. Add particle system. So I want this to emit from volume. Length, we're going to set that to free. We're going to set the radius to 1 or 0.1. Set the angle to about 15, maybe 20. Let's go down here to render and make this first. Wait, normal direction. We can probably set this to... Dang. I don't think this is what I want. Wait a second. I cannot make it less. Hmm. None of those worked. Nobody will know. Oh, I think I did say that. I'm not sure on what though. I think I should turn off looping for this. So duration, I think I should set to 0.1. Or actually like 1. Yeah, because this will be like when I'm actually generating clouds. I'll make the suck version that actually like sucks in the clouds after, because I'm not sure what setting to use for that. Alright, so where is the thing where I get to replace the object? I have material. Mesh. There we go. Mesh. I'm going to use a sphere. There we go. So now if we go ahead and play, something like that. So now we're going to say start size. Yeah, we can have that as 1. Size over lifetime, we definitely want to change that. Yeah, something like that would be good. I think the force should be a little bit lower. Or actually the angle should be a little bit lower. I think that's the first thing to change. Set angle to about 10. I also want to change the speed to about 2. We're going to change the curve a little bit. Something like that. Now if we do this, yeah. I think I can move this over even a little bit more. Something like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and change another thing. I'm going to go back from volume to base. I'm also going to decrease the duration to about 0.5. And increase the angle to about 20. Because this thing will be playing for a while if, you know, time at delta time is... You know, if it plays every time he fires out a cloud, this will be going off plenty. That's each axis. We can. I'm gonna change start size to 0.5. Hold up, I'm not even sure if this is affecting anything. Yep, it is definitely affecting things. Okay. In that case, I want these to be a little bit smaller, just so they don't get confused with that. Alright, we're gonna go to prefab, player, particle effects. We're gonna add him. Did I? Yeah, play on a wakes off. That's good. Alright, now we're gonna go to character controller. We're gonna get access to that. To that. Did I set that incorrectly? I set that one incorrectly. If I add another slider, that could cause problems. Hopefully I don't add another slider then. Will there be a boss battle? Boss battles? I thought of it, and I think I might make one like where you have to like shoot clouds into a boss in order to get him to die. I guess I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly I'd make, but there's a possibility. I'm not sure what would really fit with the game. I haven't made any enemies, you know. I think the first thing is just to get some basic levels in, though. That's first. I'm gonna call this um, Cloud Shoot Particle System. Wait, why is this called Wind Particle System? Yeah, that angle is way too large. Let's decrease the angle to about 10. Let's actually increase this to 0.75 and then decrease the lifetime to 3. Bruh, let me actually select. Alright. I think it has too much start velocity. Start speed. Let's set this to 1. Eh, I think I'll revert that actually. I'm gonna decrease the start size though a little bit more to 0.1. There we go. So now we're gonna need a serialized field. private particle system called wind or cloud chute particle system. Then in start, we're going to say cloud. We're actually going to say for int LP equals 0, LP is less than transform dot get child count LP plus plus. We're gonna make a for loop, and the reason we're doing this is so that way we can look through each child and see if it is the correct thing. Unfortunately, this does mean we're going to have to wait. No, it'd be better if I just played the animation. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use the name. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to select it accurately. Unfortunately, this does mean I'm going to have to change its, name. If transform dot get child LP dot name equals, or dot equals I should say, because using equal is incorrect. If the name dot equals cloud chute particle system, cloud chute particle system, then we're going to cool. Yeah, then we're going to set it. So we're going to say cloud chute particle system equals transform dot get child LP dot get component particle system semicolon. And yeah. Now when we try shoot, or I should put this in shoot cloud. Cloud shoot particle system dot play. Let's see if this works. Most likely it'll break, but let's see if it does. I'd say there's a 94% chance this breaks. What the heck? So, like, it sort of works, but oh, yeah. Okay, that explains that. So, the problem is the particle system is tied to my character. Obviously, I want to spawn at my character, but I don't necessarily want it to stay at my character. Now, this just made my life a lot easier and a lot more just sad because I forgot about this. So, unfortunately, because obviously I can't have this as a child of this, technically I could make this the adult object, the particle system, but that would be bad and dumb and bad, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to, first of all, make sure there wasn't anything major that I changed. Oh, that position. Okay. So what we're going to do is, over here, we're going to say, first of all, we can delete all this. And then we're going to say, well, I have it as a serialized field particle system. However, this should be a game object if I'm going to do what I need to do. Oh, I put in gain object, not game object. Yeah, that'll do it. However, this will create an error down here, but that's fine. Because I can't play, that obviously. Unfortunately, this will be a little less efficient, but I don't have many options. So we're going to say instantiate we're going to instantiate a cloud shoot particle system. And we're going to instantiate it at transform, not that. So we're going to spawn it at transform dot position plus new vector free, and this is going to be where it is right now, which is 0.56 0.56f, comma, and then it's 0.38 or 0.39 f. And now we need to set its rotation, which will be transform dot rotation. Hopefully this will work. Unfortunately, this does have one very big problem. That being, these particles will never be destroyed. Kind of a problem, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, for now though, something that we definitely need to do is we need to turn on play on awake. And yeah. Now if we go over here to CloudBot or player, we can drag this into Cloud Shoot Particle System. Now let's see how it breaks. Honestly, it works pretty well. Honestly, I was thinking he was going to break horribly. I mean, yeah. It can come out with some more speed, though. So let's adjust the particles a little bit. For one, these particles are really small. I didn't realize how small they actually were. Let's set start size to 0.5. Start speed to about 5. And yeah. The duration can go back down to 0.5, I think. I don't like how it goes in front. Actually, I should be able to go here to start speed. And I should be able to just say random between two constants. And we're going to set this to 2. We're going to decrease their lifetime a little bit, down to 2. We're also going to increase the size that they can emit from the shape. We're going to increase this back to 20. I've been flip-flopping on this back and forth, but you know what? You gotta break in a few eggs to make an omelet. Metal Gear Rising, I hate. And honestly, yeah, that looks pretty good. We have made a singular particle system now. You have to platform up the switches that damage the boss. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm actually gonna make the boss. I could make different types of clouds. On the other hand, I don't want to. I don't have enough content to make multiple clouds, I don't think. Also, see you, Harry Mario. Have a good one. You can't fret over a single egg. Alright, that's it. We're putting on the Metal Gear Rising soundtrack after this one. Alright, so let's make a new particle system. We're going to call this one Cloud. We're going to call this Suck. With 2 C's! I hate no. No, we're calling it with CK. Or actually, we're going to call it Suck Particle System. So yeah, now we need to figure out how to do this. I'm going to look this up. Unity particle system. I typed in punity. Can I please type in Unity, please? Particle system. Sucking in particles. Yo. Is there a way to make an object suck up particles within a certain range? I have a black hole in it. Oh wait, one thing I definitely need to do is I need to make a new script. we're gonna create C# script, and we're gonna call this one def after or particle system destroyer. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to make something called serialized field. It's going to be a, we actually don't need this to be a particle system. Hey, what am I making? Do I even, no, I can just make this a private thing. Private, yeah, private particle system. We're going to call this particle system. I am very creative. Then we're going to have awake particle system equals particle system or game object dot get particle system. All right. Then, or actually, we're going to start a coroutine. Enumerator destroy particle system. So then we're going, I guess I do want one thing. I'm going to make a private float lifetime. And what this will do is we're just going to have it start off equaling 0. However, in awake, we're going to set this to particle system. So lifetime equals particle system dot let's see, what parts of this are there? There is duration. Dot duration, please? Yes, it does give me that. Duration plus lifetime. Dot lifetime. Oh, I should use main. That's what it's complaining about. I guess there are multiple segments to this. Okay, it does not actually. Oh, I guess it would be particle system dot main dot duration. Yeah, that's why it's getting mad at me. I have not worked with particle systems that much, so this is a little new to me. Max, let's say, not max. All right, there we go. So then we're going to say start coroutine. And we're going to be starting destroy particle system. There we go. And all we're going to do is wait for seconds. And these are both in seconds. Yep. So we're going to wait for seconds. Actually, we need to say yield. I spelled it wrong. Or did I? Yeah, I did. New, wait for seconds. Lifetime. And now we are going to destroy game object. Wrong game object, that's the type, not the actual object. And boom, now we got ourselves the game object. So what this will essentially do is it will, wait. I'm not sure why it's giving me that error. Let me just humor it. Alt enter. I guess. All right. I mean, it doesn't really need it. Let's just see if it works. I am gonna have a message here, just to debug. Debug dot log test or foobar. If I see foobar, that is good. Alright, we have particle system. Wait. Yes, this is particle system destroyer. We're going to add it to this one as well. I can remove this from character controller as well. And suck. File, save. We should be seeing a debug statement right there. Yep. This is just to ensure that I don't spam particles, because, you know, particles, they aren't as expensive as regular objects, I don't think. But, like, you get a lot of particles, it's gonna hurt your system. Well, I guess technically it all depends on what type of particles you're using. So, yeah. Now that they destroy themselves, that is very helpful. Alright, so now that we have that, let's make another particle system. The, suck particle system. So he does it with code. Hmm. I have an idea. Let me try it. I have an idea. I don't really want to do it though. I could make like an actual like tornado animation that starts up and then it spins until it dies. However, then I would actually have to make an animation for that, and I don't really want to. Honestly, do I even need one? Let me just see. I don't really think I do. I don't really think I need a sucking up particle system, now that I think about it. You know, it's one thing when you shoot out a cloud and you want more effect. It's another thing when, you know, it's not really needed. I could make a sound effect though. Hmm. Yeah, we're actually going to switch this over to wind particles. All right, we're going to need to make a new material for this. Create a material. We're going to call this wind. And we're going to make this transparent. We're going to change the shape from cone to circle. Oh, that is not the direction I want. So I guess cone, but the angle is going to be 0 for a cylinder. We're going to increase the radius significantly. Now we're going to change the mesh. Actually, sphere is okay, but then we're going to change the material to wind. Yeah, this is entirely transparent, so let's change the materials a little bit. If we increase the transparency, the alpha. Okay, so it just doesn't show up if we don't have it selected. We're going to set the start size to 0.1 though. Alright, cool. That'll look okay. Now we're going to go over to the fan, and we're going to add in this particle effect. Rotation on the y-axis. We're going to have it be -90. Alright, we're going to take the wind particle effect. We're going to increase its size a little bit to radius even. To about 1. Maybe about, how about 0.8? Actually, even less. We're going to set it to 0.6. And then we're going to give it the slightest shape. So its angle is going to be like 1 degree. Maybe a little bit more noticeable, like 2 degrees. So let's see how that looks. Because it should be playing on awake. It is. I can't see the particles at all, though. It is on loop, right? Weird. It is on looping. It is on play on awake. What's going on? Why is it dying like that? Do I have to click on this again to update it? That looked like it. Uh, okay, just stopped. Oh, I have kill. That's what it is. Remove this. We can set this back to 1. Yeah, no wonder I have it set up where it dies. It's almost like I have a literal script that kills it. Crazy how that works. Let's go down to the size over lifetime. We're going to make it a little bit larger. I think we're actually going to make it like this. Something like this. Something like that. There we go. Also, they feel like they're too invisible. I think I'm going to increase their transparency a little bit, or increase their alpha a little bit. I know it's wind, it's not supposed to be visible, very visible, but like, it's got to be somewhat visible, you know? I mean, that's pretty good. All right, now we're going to need to make a fan script, I think, in order to have this actually like push clouds and whatnot. Now we should be able to go over here to emission. If we increase the length, Is there no lane? There should be. I guess it might just be the speed, honestly. Oh. So there's my answer. If you have a negative number, it just suck. All right. Yeah. In that case, I know exactly what I can do. First of all, I'm going to make this a little bit more visible by making this like 0.2, maybe even 0.3. So what we're going to do is we're going to change these to negative values. So -2 to -5. We're going to change the shape to be a little bit wider. The angle is going to be a lot larger. Wait. Wait, are you telling me it still won't actually work? It's just going to be this speed? You know what? Screw it. I can work with this. Turn off looping, turn off play on awake. Duration is going to be 0.5. Yeah, it ain't doing it. It's kind of annoying that this doesn't work. But, oh well. We're gonna change the lifetime to like 0.5. Maybe maybe 1. Yo, hey Judge, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, I am making a particle using Unity's particle system. It's a great system, just trying to figure it out. Hold up. I just want to see something. If I widen this, okay, yeah, that still goes in the wrong direction. All right, let's do this. Character controller, we're gonna go to this. We're gonna go to suck. Where is the suck object? Here it is, suck distance. Try suck. All right, we're gonna add a new serialized field, private game object, and we're gonna call this suck particle system object. Actually, we'll just call it suck particle system. We can always change it later. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to start. We're going to go ahead and instantiate a suck particle system at transform dot position transform dot position, there we go, dot transform dot rotation. Oh, I need to make it this. now we're going to say private game object suck particle system system dot or instance. All right, there we go. And now after we go ahead and instantiate this, we're actually going to make it equal that. Suck particle system instance equals instantiate suck particle system at gameObject.transform. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to say suck particle system instance dot transform as not dot transform. This is dot transform dot translate. All right, we're gonna have well, we need to edit this really quickly actually. Particle effects, suck particle system. We're actually going to create a 3D object here. A sphere. That is a cylinder. Weird looking sphere. It's not going to be here forever, but we do need it now, just so we can tell where everything is. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the thing. Oh wait, that's going to give me an error. I'm assuming. No, it didn't give me an error. Why didn't it give me an error? Probably because I didn't actually do anything. Also, I didn't save it. Yeah, that'll do it. For now, because I'll get an error if I don't do this, I'm going to say vector3.0. And we just want to check to make sure it actually spawns. If it does, I'll be happy. If it doesn't, I will be very sad. So sad. Alright, we're going to go to particle effects, suck particle system. Now there should be a sphere inside of, oh, yep, there is in fact a sphere. It's not in the right spot, but that was to be assumed. So where would I put it to make it in the right position? Not there. I would probably put it about right here, right here. I'm going to decrease how large it is right now, just so I can get a better visualization on where to put it. So we're going to put this at 0, 1, this at 0.01, and this at 0.01. Alright. That's a little, that is definitely smaller, I will say that. Honestly, I can live with that. Now, where is the particle system in relation to that? Please let me select a particle system. Please let me select a particle system. Okay, I'm not going to be able to select a particle system. Okay, I just had the revelation that I might have shrunken down the entire thing. Yeah, that'll make it a little bit harder to, you know, see literally anything. All right, let's try that again. I'm just going to turn off the sphere. Alright, so I need to put this at... Wait, why 0.35? So 0.6, 0.39. So we're going to say new vector free 0 0.6f and then 0.39f. Or 0.4f, we'll just say, to round. Alright, we can actually remove this now. The sphere. Now it's just going to get in the way. Alright, I just realized I'm dumb and bad and dumb. Let's just have this play on normal, just so we can see it. So that should be about 0.6 actually. And that should be about 2.4. More like 3.4. Let's decrease the size a lot. Not that size, the shape size. Change the radius. Let's set that to 0.1. Why is that so high up? I changed the wrong thing. Alright, let's see how badly I screwed up the wind particles over here. Okay, they still look okay. Now let's fix these. That should be about 0.1. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to move this up a little bit, like that. About 2, and at -4, and then we're going to rotate it a little bit. Let's try this. This camera angle might be better. Honestly, yeah, I like this camera angle. Alright, we're going to turn off looping, and we're going to turn off play on awake. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Visual Studios. We're going to need to create one more variable. We're going to need to create a private particle system. Then we're going to call this suck particle system. Oh dang, it's getting late. I might actually have to end the stream soon. Am I good at math? I'd say pretty decent at math. The only thing I don't like is trigonometry. But I can do it. Give me enough time and I can basically do any math problem, I would say. Then again, I'm not the fastest at math. But I can find solutions. Do I live to play video games? No, I live to make video games as well as play video games. I think you're creating your own video game? Yes, I do be creating my own video game. That is the purpose of a game jam, to create your own video game. Sorry that I haven't been interacting with chat as much as I usually do. It's a little bit hard without two screens. Granted, I could pull up my phone, but I don't really have a good place to put it. That is actually a lie. But I don't know. I don't know how well my idea would work. I might try it later though. But yeah, let's get this particle system to work, and then I'm probably gonna go grab something to eat, and then I'll come back and probably work some more later tonight. So let's get this thing to work. So what we can do is, we created this particle system now, and we need to assign it. So after we get the component, we can go to suck particle system. Oh wait, did I just call it suck particle system again? That's really bad naming. Technically, I'm pretty sure it would work in most circumstances, but still bad convention. Suck particle system, particle system. No, that's just bad naming. I'm gonna rename this to prefab. And I'm gonna comment this out really quickly, just so I can catch all my versions. Should just be this, I think. Yeah. Alright, so now we have suck particle system equals suck particle system instance dot get component. You'll never guess what component I'm getting. It's the particle system. And now what we can do is, when we try suck, we can just do this. Suck particle system dot play. And if I did everything right, now I should be able to do this. Oh, wait. I think I know what the problem is. I'm assuming I have errors. I do have errors. I have 849 errors, to be exact. And the reason I have 892 errors or whatever is because I never assigned a prefab for the particle system. Yeah, that's a little important. You know, without the particle system, it can't really create a particle system. Okay, it's still giving me an error. Okay, it's producing it now when I do that, which is incorrect. If try suck, then play. Okay, then why is it playing when I'm trying to shoot clouds? Okay, it didn't do it there. It's not doing it here. It's like only doing it a split second after that. It's not doing it here, which is kind of odd. Wait. No, it is doing it here, it looks like. Actually, let me leave this. Let me do this. I'm gonna go ahead and play. Hit play. I'm gonna go ahead, hit loop on this instance. Okay, it definitely exists. It's like only when I... What the heck? Alright, when is try suck being true? It is true when I shoot cloud. Wait, no. It should be under get input. If vertical 2 is less than 0, then try suck is true. So then why is this not seeing this? It's like if I hold down on 2, it's... Oh, wait. I think that's what it's doing. It's constantly restarting try suck. So what's happening, at least my hypothesis, is it goes ahead and it starts try suck. It starts the animation, but then it starts another one, it starts another one, and you never have a chance to see the actual particle system go. In which case, the answer is pretty obvious. I need to not check it so often. Now, this doesn't return this. Let's see, if suck particle dot is playing, this should just be a variable and I shouldn't need this. Yeah. Now, if I go ahead and take this, copy this, cut it. There we go. And now, if it's not playing, it'll say play. Now, it's definitely working here, but it's such a long duration. Actually, I should increase the duration to like 0.3. Now, if I have it looping, it does it right after another. Okay, idea. I can say else if, or else, then I'm going to say suck particles dot loop equals true. Actually, I should just do that in one fell swoop. I can say particle system or suck particle system dot play actually no, I don't want to do that. I can remove the else statement though, because I don't want it to constantly start playing. Suck particle system dot loop equals true. Dot main dot loop Oh, I see. Then I can use this, and I can go down here to get input, false, and set it to false here. File save. Now let's see if this works. I'm actually going to decrease the duration, because right now it's kind of long, to maybe 0.1. I feel like it should be faster. So maybe -5 to -10. I'll have to decrease the life cycle though. So right now it goes about 2.5 to free, or 2 to free. So I increased it by 5/2, so its thing should be 2/5. Just like that. Let's see if that works. There we go. I should make it a little bit shorter. Just to make it so it doesn't seem like you should miss a cloud. Because, like, you may think that you're going to miss it. There we go. Cool. Wait, I can jump this high? Holy crap. Cloudbot has the hops. Alright, it's 7:30. I think I'm not good. Actually, let's see. How much time left is on the soundtrack? Yeah, another half hour. You know, I'd love to keep on going. However, I also want to go grab food before everything closes. So, with that, first of all, let me save all my stuff. Save all. File save. But yeah, with that, I would like to say thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys probably in a few hours, honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna get food, probably come back and then stream for another 24 hours or something. I'm joking, of course, I'm not doing a 24-hour stream, but you know what I mean.